On this show, we speak our minds and open yours. This is
Bongari Drama.
It's time to buckle up.
Now, this is
Bongari Drama.
It's the headlines.
Mother admits to strangling 11-month-old baby after arguing with boyfriend, and Iranians flood streets to mourn symbol of fight against ISIS. A very good afternoon. I am Rose Ratacha. A young mother who allegedly confessed to strangling her 11th-month-old baby before throwing him in a pit toilet is expected to appear in court on Wednesday, police said. Police spokesperson Colonel Tembega Bale said after the 21-year-old mother allegedly killed her baby on Monday, she lied to her family elders about the child being missing. Bale said the police arrived at her home on the same day she spilled the beans. Police were immediately contacted. The detective member who was summoned at the scene conducted the initial investigation. A thorough investigation was conducted at the scene, and it was established that something does not add up. Seeing that she was cornered by the police officer, she spilled the beans, Mbele said. She admitted that she strangled her son and put his body in a pit toilet after an argument with her boyfriend, Mbele said. She was then placed under arrest and the murder docket was opened at Maphumulela SAPS. A huge crowd flooded central Tehran in a sea of red and black on Wednesday to mourn a soldier who has become a symbol of the fight against the Islamic State group. Last month's capture and beheading of Mohsen Hojaji, a 25-year-old volunteer with the Revolutionary Guards, has triggered a rare outpouring of public support for Iran's military campaigns in Syria and Iraq. The stoic image of Hojaji standing with a brutal-looking ISIS militant holding a knife to his back went viral last month, and his memorial service filled with Imam Hussein Square in Tehran and jammed the streets all around. The service gained added significance as it fell in the 10-day period of Muharram, when Iranians mark the killing in the 7th century of Imam Hussein, one of the most revered figures in Shiite Islam. Your sports coming up at 2:30. Anderson Klaassen bid for unique tennis achievement, and Ronaldo heads out at fickle Madrid fans. Temperatures are 23 degrees Celsius in Joburg, 22 in Washington, D.C., and 29 in Lagos. Those were your news headlines. Next up is the Dramatic Talk with Bongani Drama.
brandlive.co.za.
All my old friends don't exist now. Just get a rest now. Smoke a lot of green, nigga, too loud. Low pound just to get right. Never see me on the outside. Low pound just to get right. Never see me on the outside. Been changing up a lot now. All my old friends don't exist now. I spend a lot just to get a rest now. Still smoke a lot of green, nigga, too loud.
Batman, you like commando. Fake friends like them girl, cause them come and go. You got rivers, burn them, make it burn up slow. Them a free me, this how the story go. All eyes on me, but we inside. Them a sweep on the road, them a switch sides. I'm letting go, cause it's okay. Me tell them say oi, cause it's okay.
Blow a pound just to get right. Never see me on the outside. Blow a pound just to get right. Blow a pound just to get right, yeah. Never see me on the outside. Never see me on the outside, no. Blow a pound just to get right. Yeah. Never see me on the outside. Yeah. Blow a pound just to get right. Yeah. Never see me on the outside. I've been slowly losing my mind, yeah. The money, the weed, the women that got me inside, yeah. I'm tripping, I'm seeing the zeros and infinite signs, yeah. If you don't know me, nigga, ask your girl, she can tell you I'm high, yeah. Okay. Okay. Baby girl, I'm okay. I'm okay now.
Kennedy Green coming through, No Friends. Okay, fame right on BrandLiveRadio.co.za. The name is Bongani Drama, and this is the Dramatic Talk. Welcome to it. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for streaming in and lending us your ears and your ear holes. It's going to be quite an amazing show, and we're hoping that you're gunned and ready for it as well. It is 2 Central African Time right on BrandLiveRadio.co.za. We thank you once more for joining us. Now, on the Convo Corner, we're going to be talking siblings rivalry, and we'll actually like you to be, part of the conversation on Twitter at Brand Live Radio, on Facebook on www.brandliveradio.co.za. Our Skype line is 011 083 8606, and our email address as well, if you just want to be, get in touch with us, is the info@brandlive.co.za. Now on Skype, our identity there is Brand Live Radio, so it will really, really be nice for you to join us there and to really, really gun with us. Coming through, as I mentioned in the Convo Corner, siblings rivalry. Do you fight with your siblings? What happens? Or have you done it before? We're going to give you the details of what that means and how it can actually go up into being an adult and hating your siblings. Fashion Fad is coming through, and Drama-tainment is also going to be here, and we're going to have quite so much, fun, as we're going to be having a chill and chat with a guest today. His name is Temba Mahlangu, who's going to be telling us a little bit about his book, and then we're going to talk as well about some literature, on how important literature is in South Africa and in the entire world, rather. Hey? All right, Rose, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Now, NASA is sending a spacecraft to the sun.
Wow. I wouldn't be surprised, though, the amount of climate change that we've been experiencing.
Yeah.
We'd want to know what's really happening. Is the sun really closer to the Earth, rather than the years before? That's
what they want to find out. They want to find out the atmosphere around the sun, as to why is the sun so hot. As well, called Parker Solar Probe. Previously, the Solar Probe Plus or Solar Probe is a planned NASA robotic spacecraft to probe the outer corona of the sun. It will approach to within 8.5 solar radii. That's 5.9 million kilometers of 9.67 million to the surface of the sun's atmosphere. It's gonna be quite interesting, because it's actually departing next year, and it will get there around 2024.
Wow.
So they want to find out, and I'm hoping that, it will sustain the heat, obviously, of the sun's rays and whatever the sun spits out. So we can't wait to see that. Because I think I remember back in the days when they sent a spacecraft to the sun, they actually put an animal. They put a chimpanzee or a monkey in it, to go up there. And obviously the spacecraft blew up,
Yeah.
And obviously the animal died.
Absolutely. And I can imagine, they've been focused on the ozone layer, but now, since that's been damaged already, it's time that we look at the direct problem, which is the sun.
Yeah.
And its heat.
So
I'm looking forward to that research.
It's gonna be quite a thing. And now, why is someone strangling their son?
Well, this is what they call maternal filicide, or maternal infanticide.
Oh, wow.
Killing of children. It normally happens with young women, and as you heard, she's a 21-year-old and was defending the boyfriend. But normally it happens with women who didn't want their pregnancy.
Okay.
Or they are socially isolated, or abused victims. So I can imagine that she had an argument with the boyfriend, and she just let all that depression onto the son.
What a problem. What a thing.
And the rates of infanticide are parallel to suicide.
What?
Especially in South Africa. Yeah.
So it is such a thing, yeah?
It is.
All right.
And it happens with unmarried women,
Oh,
young
wow.
unmarried women. But if you want to find out more, if anyone wants to find out more on how to prevent these, they can go to the Bureau of Justice Statistics, homicide trends in the US, and find out more about infanticide and filicide.
Well, I didn't even know about this, so
Yeah.
that is actually quite profound. Alrighty, folks, it's 10 after 2 Central African time. Let's go straight on first feature, the Convo Corner.
Askulumeni in the Convo Corner.
Check this out.
It's time for the Convo Corner.
It is absolutely time for the Convo Corner, and we're talking siblings rivalry. We all have siblings, one way or the other. Now, siblings rivalry is jealousy, competition, and fighting between brothers and sisters. It is a concern for almost all parents of 2 or more kids. Now, problems often start right after the birth of the second child. Now, siblings rivalry usually continues throughout childhood and can be very frustrating and stressful to parents. You know what I mean? So now, fortunately, there are lots of things parents can do to help their kids get along better and work through conflicts in positive ways. And most likely, your kids' relationship will eventually develop into a close one. Working things out with siblings gives you a chance to develop, important skills like cooperating and being able to see another person's point of view. Because I think, what happens is one grows older, and they grow older with having this siblings rivalry that it hinders their way of thinking in school, in the community, with their friends and everything else. So it becomes such a problem, especially if you're the first, born in the house.
Absolutely.
And now the second born or the third born comes through, you will feel a little bit of a thing. And I also think most parents as well, they're the ones that create that. I mean, Rose, you have a little sister.
I can definitely relate because I am the firstborn. And sometimes I feel like they consider her
More than you.
More than myself. And I'm like, and when she does certain things, I'm like, I feel like I've opened these boundaries for you, and now you're so disrespectful. You are ungrateful.
But what makes you think that way?
Most of the things that are allowed with her weren't allowed with me. So parents also play part in that.
It's change of age, I guess.
Absolutely.
Right. So these are some of the causes of sibling rivalry. There are many factors that contribute to siblings rivalry. Each child is competing to define who they are as an individual. As they discover who they are, they try to find their own talents, activities, and interests as well. Now, they want to show that they are separate from the other siblings, right? That's what they want to show. So they want to, if maybe the other one does her hair higher, the other one will do her hair, down below, whatever the case may be. Now, children who are hungry, bored, or tired are more likely to become frustrated and start fights. Children may not know positive ways to get attention for a sibling or how to start playful activities, so they pick fights instead, all right? Family dynamics play a role as well. For example, one child may remind a parent of a relative who was particularly difficult, and this may subconsciously influence how the parents treat their child as well. It becomes such a problem. It does, I think, with every family anyway.
True.
That the other one is looked upon, from the other one, or they will say, "But why don't you look like Rose? Why? Because Rose does this.
Yeah.
You don't do what Rose does," and they forget that we're different in our own perspectives.
And that's what I struggled with my mother as well. I always told her, I am not so and so. Stop comparing me. Comparisons will really kill someone's confidence.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's very true. Now, stress in the parents' lives can decrease the amount of time and attention parents can give to children, increasing sibling rivalry. Now, how parents treat their children and react to conflict can make a big difference in how well siblings get along. Very important. Now, how can we help kids, to get better or to try and, with themselves to be better? Because as you grow older, the problem becomes then it gets to a point where you start hating your siblings,
True.
and at an older age. First and foremost, don't play favorite as a parent. Don't have favoritism, as we're saying. Don't say, as much as you're not saying it to the kids, but the kids might see it.
And don't try and pigeonhole or label them.
Yeah.
This one's the good one, this one's the bad one. Yeah.
Enjoy each of your children's individual talents and successes, like you mentioned before. Teach your kids positive ways to get attention from each other, right? Show them how to approach another child and ask them to play and to share their belonging and toys as well, So not being rival with their toys. So try and not have that. Try and have the kids, being able to play together with other kids, because what happens is then they move out of the house, they go and meet other kids, you are not there.
Right. I was about to tell you that children are so social. So they not just in the house, they're outside, and they always want to make friends wherever they go. So imagine if your kid behaves in a certain way at home, they'll behave the same way outside.
That's very
true. What does that say about you as a parent?
Absolutely very true. You know, what does it say? Because then it means whatever happens at home, the kids will take it out there into the world, right?
Absolutely.
It becomes such a thing that is why also we have, they always say there's black ships of the family. And I think those black sheep of the family, they're the people that didn't deal well with, having a sibling in the house. So it's such a thing. It's so sad, but it's happening, right? Now, being fair is very important as well, but it's not the same as being equal. Older and younger children may have different privileges due to their age, but if children understand that this is inequality, or is because one child is older or has more responsibilities, whatever the case may be, plan family activities that are fun for everyone. If your kids have a good experience together, it acts as a buffer when they come into conflict. It is easier to work it out with someone you share warm memories with. Make sure each child has enough time and space for their own. Kids need chance to do their own things, play around with other kids or with their friends, or also being alone, which is quite important, which is something we always miss. Kids also want to be alone at some point. They don't always want to be with the other kids, so give them that space,
I agree.
And also be there for each child, Don't show comparison. Be there for each and every one of them. If the other one is losing, their shoe, the other one has a snot, be there for each and every one of them, so that you show that there's equality within them, right?
Being open with your children as well, because when they're not at home, they're at school. They spend most of their time at school, and you'd find that they'd get bullied.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine having to go through sibling rivalry at home and having to deal with bullying at home, and you have no one to talk to.
Yeah. It becomes such a thing. Now, convene regular family meetings. If you have older children, call a family meeting every once in a while, right? Put them together and speak.
I crave for those. I literally have to send out an agenda.
Is it?
In
the house.
Yeah. So that we can meet at 7 p.m. tonight.
Shucks. But I think that is very important. It needs to happen. It needs to happen so that everyone can lay down what they're feeling and what needs to happen. Now, the purpose of a family meeting is to recognize that everyone's opinion makes a huge difference. The meeting allows the family to share their opinions, seeks understanding, and find resolutions to problems. Family meetings help to build, cooperations and responsibility as well. Who's doing the dishes this week? Who's not doing the dishes next week? Who's cleaning the house this week? And how are we going to go about it? Who's going to make sure that daddy gets whatever he wants or mom gets whatever they want, right? So those are some of the things that need to also, be looked at, and make anger and rebellion less likely also. It is time to share love, develop unity, and build a trust and self-esteem. The social skills and attitudes that children develop within the family circle are the skills and attitude they will carry with them the rest of their lives, like we mentioned. They grow and go to varsity, and it becomes such a thing, right?
Yes.
So they need to grasp every moral that they get from home and make it a point that, they take it out there to other people.
Yeah.
A family meeting is a meeting for all family members to work together to make family decisions. Parents, children, and any other who live in the home and have a stake in decision affecting the daily life of the family should take part. Very important, I think.
It is.
In as much as we go about with our daily lives at home, but we also need to just stick around and understand the fact that we need to sit down and have a meeting.
And talk to each other. Yeah.
To make a family meeting successful, establish some general rules. Now, everyone gets a chance to talk. Not only dad and mom are the ones that are talking, but give everyone a chance. Even though you feel that they are kids, but give them a chance. It's okay to say what you feel. No one has, to talk. Or rather, no one has to talk. So sometimes if you are having the meeting, let's keep quiet and not speak. Let's look each other into the eye and not say anything and see what will happen and have the moment, right? Yeah. No one puts anyone else down, all right? So I don't say no, but Rose did this, or whatever the case may be. It may also be helpful to set agenda, for example. You say that discuss family issues, clarify the issue to be discussed, generate possible solutions, plan one fun activity for the coming week, instead of just staying at home. But have it happen.
Yeah.
Just to quickly wrap up as we run out of time, siblings rivalry in religion. In the book of Genesis, the Bible contains several examples of siblings rivalry. The story of Cain and Abel tells of one brother's jealousy after God appears to favor, his siblings, and the jealousy ultimately leads to murder. Now, Jacob tricks his brother Esau out of his inheritance and blessings. Sister Leah and Rachel compete for the love of Jacob. Joseph's brother are so jealous that they effectively sell him into slavery. You know what I mean? So it's even in the Bible.
It is. Because I grew up learning these stories, especially about Joseph and his colorful coat.
Yeah.
It's quite sad.
It's
that
such a thing.
It's prominent everywhere.
Yeah. Now, sibling rivalry can turn into adult envy. Right? Now, there's a lady by Marcia, she's 36. She said that she still cringes at the thought of how her parents treated her as their golden child due to her musical abilities, which saw her gain a prestigious musical scholarship to a private school while her sister attended a local grammar school, whatever the case may be. So she found the fact that the sisters were not treating her very nicely, and growing up, she hated or had envy.
So these are the effects of sibling rivalry. It's psychological because it stays with you.
Yeah.
Imagine a 36-year-old is
You know
still
what I mean?
battling to get over what happened to her years ago.
It's so sad. Yeah, all right, folks, that's it for the Convo Corner. If you have anything to say to us, please don't forget to contact us on 011-083-8606. That is our Skype line. And that is, of course, you can find us on Brand Live Radio on Twitter. We're Brand Live Radio on Facebook. It's www.brandlive.co.za. Hashtag the Convo Corner at Bongani_drama as well. Let's find out from you what you think. What's your take on it? 21 after 2 on the other side of this. We do Dramatainment. Stick around.
brandlive.co.za.
Have you ever thought about the power of social media? Social media has the power to make your business grow. Grow! Yeah. Why don't you let us manage your social media? Because our business is to see your business grow. Visit us at www.bstownmedia.co.za.
It's 26 after 2 Central African Time on the Dramatic Talk with myself, Bongani Drama. Let's go straight to our next feature. If you just streamed in, this is the Dramatic Drive. Straight to it, Dramatainment.
Extra, read all about it.
Scene 1, Apple, take 1.
It's the Dramatainment.
Alright, the first story coming through is Kylie Jenner pregnancy rumors. Now, Twitter went abuzz on news that the youngest in the Kardashian clan is with child. Now, sources mentioned that the reality TV star is carrying boyfriend Travis Scott's bundle of joy. Now, a lot of fans on Twitter could not deal as memes were howling in, including some mentioning how they were minding their own business until a Kardashian trended, Now, some going as far as mentioning that there will be an unborn baby lip line and that maybe the 20-year-old is a surrogate to Kim and Kanye's third baby.
Oh, wow. So there's double rumors.
There's double rumors.
Because Chloe is also allegedly pregnant.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. We don't know if it's because of PR or because the previous seasons they've lost ratings and there's a new season coming up on the 8th of October, so they're trying to raise those.
And they're celebrating an anniversary as well.
10th year anniversary.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So it could be anything. Mom and is working. We know Chris is at work.
She's
working. She's there at work. I'm not sure if Kylie will be pregnant at this point. I'm not really certain, but we'll just wait and see, right?
She has the money though.
Yeah, she does, but she's 20 years old. How many 20 years old are there that will probably want to get pregnant after this? How many 20-year-olds?
All of them, excluding her.
Alrighty, now the other story is Chomi dumps Arthur. Now, this Jiva sexy hitmaker has left the stable 999. This comes after the drama unfolding between Arthur and Cece, who happen to be seeing the Kwaito star eye to eye. Now, Cece has soon released a single titled Iqiniso, meaning the truth. Chomi mentioned that she took the decision with courage, as she now has the experience of showbiz. She mentions how she came into the industry at a very young age, and she now knows, her way around. Arthur has signed another female called Cindy Nene from Idols SA. we wish Chomi all the best, really. And I just think, with Chomi and Arthur were obviously a couple and they broke up and Cece was in the picture. And now there's a new girl called Cindy Nene that I think that Arthur might be going for.
Wow.
I don't understand.
Isn't he old for what he's doing, though?
He is. How many older guys are doing what he's doing?
But I mean, you can't. I mean, is he also taking advantage of these artists?
Absolutely.
That they're so hungry for music,
Yeah.
and then he's like, "Yeah, I'll give you what you want.
Yeah.
You just have to give me what I
That's
want
what he's doing
as well."
That's exactly what he's doing. And the law is not doing anything at the moment, because you
After
remember what
all.
happened with Manqele's story. Manqele was burnt, and the husband, or the boyfriend rather, was taken away to custody, and it's not happening because someone is a Kwaito king. What a thing.
Umnike.
You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? It's Umnike
Umnike
vibes.
king.
But we want to find out from you what you think, folks. Hashtag Dramatainment at Brand Live Radio on Twitter, www.brandlive.co.za on Facebook, and our Skype line. Don't be afraid to call in on 011-083-8606. We'll be waiting for your call at Bongani_Drama as well. Let's find out what you think. It is 2:30. Time for your sports.
Time to talk about sports.
Don't touch that dial.
It is, the other thing that I want to talk about is actually the Google is turning 29 today, right?
Wow, that's why they've been those.
Not 29, but 19 rather. Google is turning 19. And I just think, we've been asking this poor child so many questions about pregnancy, about, how to have brnyakos, about, penis enlargements, about how to clean my vagina, and all these other things. And it's such a baby, Google. 19 years old.
Hey, but he or she knows a lot, hey?
It does.
They know a lot.
Yes.
It is indeed time for your sports. Anderson Klaassen bid for unique tennis achievement, and Ronaldo hits out fickle Madrid fans. A very good afternoon. I'm Rose Rathaga. It might not be in the over-the-moon category, but this has been a year of encouraging signs of improved attitudes and notable achievements for South African tennis. In the first instance, the appointment of industrious Richard Governor's TSA CEO has helped eliminate the suspicion that the once thriving South African tennis setup has become becalmed in a state of inactivity and indifference. The promotion from the depth of what is effectively the third division of this Davis Cup to the Euro Africa Group 1 is in 2018 was another step in the right direction, and Kevin Anderson's unexpected qualification for the US Open final aroused enthusiasm for a South African tennis player unrecalled here since the Wayne Ferreira era 15 years ago, forgetting momentarily via a state of tennis amnesia that the bludgeoning 6th 18-in serving specialist has declined to represent his country in the Davis Cup for more than 6 years. Gareth Bale and Cristiano Ronaldo gave their critics something to chew on with goals in Tuesday's Champions League win over Borussia Dortmund. The Welshman opened the scoring at Signal Iduna Park with a cracking volley before the Portuguese star added 2 more in the second half to wrap up a 3-1 win. "We never won here before, and this is a significant result," said Madrid boss Zinedine Zidane. "I'm delighted for Bale and Cristiano Ronaldo. I hope that there are more turning points like tonight's, but Gareth is now on really good form." Zidane said, "He hasn't had it easy, and I'm delighted for him." Those were your sports headlines. Temperatures are 23 degrees Celsius in Joburg, 22 in Washington, D.C., and 29 in Lagos. Stay tuned to the Dramatic Talk only on brandlive.co.za.
brandlive.co.za. You're listening to brandlive.co.za, an industry first in the world of internet radio. Not only are we an internet radio station, we are an internet radio platform for your brand. So why not expose your brand to potentially thousands of listeners and improve your customer relationships and brand equity with podcasts and live broadcasts? Be sure to check brandlive.co.za for more information. brandlive.co.za, harnessing the power of internet radio.
know you wanna be me, cause every time you see me, you're all up on me. No, 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 can't give me though. Some of y'all test me, but you're never gonna break me. Tryna get above me, no, 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 it ain't easy though. Every other week, yeah, fly to Miami, drop off Chicago, New York City, on the biggest shows in the street, tryna ignore me, tryna ignore me. Call back home cause big things poppin'. Check my flight itinerary, gotta get back to JHB. I'm on the news, I'm on the news. They say I act like a lunatic, cause I do what I want, and I get what I want when I want it. Yes, I'm that girl. They say I act like a lunatic, cause I do what I want, and I get what I want when I want it. Yes, I'm that girl. Yes, yes, I'm that girl. I'ma break it down every time I hit the spot, 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 spot. Wanna let you know I'm gonna take ya spot, spot, spot. Keep messing, keep talking, everything I do, what I got. I'ma keep winning, I'ma keep winning, I'ma stay fresh on top, top. You never put me on, that's why I'm on it. Never know where I'm coming from, better keep your focus. I don't hold shit back, so you know I'm always honest. So I'ma state the facts, so you better know what time it is. I'm on the news. They say I act like a lunatic, cause I do what I want, and I get what I want when I want it. Yes, I'm that girl. They say I act like a lunatic, cause I do what I want, and I get what I want when I want it. Yes, I'm that girl. Yes, they say I act like a boy. They say I act like a boy. They say I act like a boy. They say I act like a lunatic, cause I do what I want, and I get what I want when I want it. Yes, I'm that girl. They say I act like a lunatic, cause I do what I want, and I get what I want when I want it. Yes, I'm that girl. Yes, yes, I'm that girl.
Her name is Dina Zimba, and this one is titled Lunatic. We love it right on BrainLiveRadio.co.za. The Dramatic Talk is where you are at, and thank you so much for streaming in. If you just streamed in, it's 36 after 2, right in time for Fashion Fed. Hope you're ready for it. Let's go straight to it.
Fashion Fed.
It is time for Fashion Fad, and the first story coming through is, the Eastgate, exploring the avenue of fashion and beauty. Within the center is Eastgate Look of Fashion, a coveted annual event on the fashion and retail calendar. Now, this particular pageant is not only in pursuit of a fresh new face for Eastgate Shopping Center for 2017, but also for an international fashion icon who will be capsulated onto an international platform of pageantry, modeling and fashion, and who will represent South Africa at the Stella d'Europa, an international pageant held in Italy, one of the fashion capitals of the world, and home to Milan Fashion Week as well. So that's quite interesting, and we love it so much. Now, fashion is an instant language, and Eastgate's Look of Fashion winner 2016 and Zel von Staden went to win the La Stella d'Europa in Italy earlier this year. Wow.
That's fantastic.
It's fantastic, yeah?
Fashion is actually going somewhere.
Look, fashion is taking its toll. It's going everywhere. And I mean, last week we were talking about how they were protesting with regards to fur. But I mean, it always tries. Fashion is like the government in South Africa.
Or the corporate world
Or the corporate
general.
world in general, right? Or Nando's, we could say Nando's chips are like five of them. And then they come up with an ad. They hit you with an ad and we're happy again. With the opportunity to become the ambassador for her country and a catalyst for a better and brighter future, the winner will also become a brand ambassador for Eastgate Shopping Centre for the year of her reign and walk away with a host of prizes, including all expense paid trip overseas. When you're a brand ambassador for a mall, what do? You just walk into a store and get whatever you want?
I guess so. I mean, it's a mall.
Because that'll be nice.
It's a mall. So if you just bought a new place or your friend is getting married, you can just walk in at home.
Grab.
You need slippers, walking at Woolworths. You know? Oh, I'd take advantage of that.
I would go. My family would have a ball.
Right.
Now the finale, I think my friends I'll ditch a few friends because then they'll be using me.
Yeah, we cut people off at the same time.
You're right. Now the finale will take place at the Eastgate Sterilizia Court on Saturday, 23rd of September 2017 as the handful of hopefuls take a stage to claim the title of the new face of Eastgate and build their respective brands. We're hoping whoever was there and won, they did an amazing job. Now, compared to the global fashion industry, the South African fashion industry is not yet as huge as one would like to see it. That's our next story. Now, in terms of size, according to Dr. Precious Motsipe, founder and CEO of African Fashion International, if the global fashion industry was a country, it will probably be the 7th largest economy in the world. She spoke to Fin24. Now, AFI owns and operates 2 Fashion Week platforms, namely the Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, the Joburg Fashion Week, and Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week Cape Town. Now, the aim of the events is to celebrate South African talent and propel African fashion into the world stages as well. Now, Africa's top designers are currently getting ready to showcase their spring-summer collection at the Joburg Fashion Week, which is set to take place at the Mall of Africa's outdoor amphitheater from August 17th to 19th. That's already happened. Now, Moloi Motsipe stressed that the fashion industry, both globally and locally, creates a lot of economic value. Not only does it provide jobs in the clothing industry, but also in related industries along the value chain. She is confined of the value of both the Joburg and Cape Town Fashion Week, as it serves not only as a very important marketing platform, but also to build, SA Fashion's brand positioning and brand equity. It does also bring customers and designers in contact with each other. What she's trying to do is to try and bring the business of fashion, abound. Because obviously we all think about the clothes with the designs, whatever the case may be, but also she's now trying to bring about, the business side of life.
Yeah,
and I think it's quite important.
We can always have ideas, but it's always key to capitalize on those ideas.
Yeah.
And